I can give Jono a meaningful look that'll creep him out slightly,
Yeah,
and he can start the broadcast.
Yeah, go. Yeah.
We're good. So, do you want to take control of turning the knobs up and down? I have hundreds if you need one.
I put these really nice ones. Okay.
Well, I think we're on at the moment, so because the red button's the master switch, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, we'll let people hear it.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Give them an insider view.
That's it. That's it.
Of all the things that we talk about here in the commentary box.
If you're doing it properly, it's pretty boring.
I don't know. What?
No. As in, if you're concentrating on your job that you're going to do, then we're just talking about who we're going to highlight and everything. So, but that is a very impressive looking injured list down on the boundary for Aspley at the moment. Okay, start the broadcast.
Yep.
Okay. Welcome to Red Rooster Park in Burpengary for round 11 of the 2026 Bond University QAFLW. Moreton Bay Lions, the home side, bottom of the table, but it's a young side, and you just wonder what we're seeing the beginnings of in 2026. Against them today, the Aspley Hornets hanging on to 6th place, the final spot in the finals, which will begin in a couple of months' time. Thanks for your company. My name is Daniel Viles. Great pleasure to be with you. And with me is a veteran of the Bond University QAFLW, a premiership player back in 2011, Amanda Whitehead. Whitey, welcome to our Red Rooster Park. There's a few signs of the future out there today.
Mate, there's some good-looking roosters out there. Nah, I'm kidding. I've been wanting to say that all...
And how does it feel now that you have?
It's as good as your hot pie one, though. No, I'm very excited for this, actually. You know, Moreton Bay has been playing some really great football, especially in the last couple of weeks. They've really hit their straps and hit their stride, so it'll be really interesting to see how they come against such a strong, structured side that is Aspley. Aspley obviously have the game knowledge, more experience on their side for this game, but if Moreton Bay come with the pressure that they put on in the last couple of weeks, I think they're going to give Aspley a run for their money. And,
of course, the first battle of any match is the ruck battle, and Monique Corrigan at 187 centimetres for Aspley doesn't normally come across someone who can match her for height, but Rose Hughes, who began on the New South Wales South Coast, but played for Maroochydore a couple of years ago, and then I think Noosa last year, she will be opposing her and matching her centimetre for centimetre. Round 11, it's Corrigan with extreme athleticism, got it to Ella Smith, who's having a wonderful season now that she's come back from the AFLW. A throw is called early. Free kick to Jess Davey of Moreton Bay. Davey through the middle. Should make it for an inside 50. Clears the defence. Just went over the back of Seeley. Getting in the action was Woolers in the forward line. Caitlin Zielinski. First year at the Hornets after a few years at Cooperoo since coming down from Toowoomba. Well taken, got a good bounce with Zakoti Lotes on the wing. Ella Smith kick is charged down by Brady, one of the breakout stars for Moreton Bay in 2025. Beautiful run onto the ball from Davey. We've seen that a few times over the last decade. The tackle from Smith is strong on Sankey. Back inside to Foxchafer. Foxchafer gets it deep. The Aspley defence looked very, very solid though. Easy intercept mark. Straight through the middle. Not a lot of pressure on that kick. Good old 45-degree kick that Aspley have turned into a bit of an art form over the last few years. Gabby Roberts run down. Superb tackle. And that was Imogen Foxchafer.
That was just a lack of voice there by Aspley.
There's an art to playing teams in the bottom of the table, and I haven't met the coach yet who said, yeah, you can slack off in this game.
Absolutely.
Tamer Rue. Scored a few good goals last year. Again, goes deep inside 50. Moreton Bay with the running early. Handball inside. The kick was just a little bit too late for Arden Quillian. And ended up missing the loss. No score.
Aspley just looking a little bit lost at the moment. Obviously, we've only just started the quarter, but this is not looking that same powerful, strong running side that they normally start off with in the first quarter. So Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Hopefully they can just pick it up in the next little bit.
Just noticed the positional surprise from Moreton Bay as well. More on that in a moment. The punch landed a little bit too quickly for the Aspley defence. Fox Chafer been very involved early. Now has a couple of Hornets on top of her. So normally two of Moreton Bay's more sizable defenders, Bailey Woolett, the captain, Narden Quilliam, well, they play in defence. They're both in the forward 50 at the moment. So they've decided to put some size up forward, have Todd Spackman and Jessica Davey. Tamaroo, the tackle was strong on her from Sienna Wilson. Loose ball inside the 50. Eventually Zielinski gets some kind of clearance, goes past Benson. It appears to be, I think that's Lotes who has the run. Knocked it inside, not quite onto the chest of Griffiths. He's playing in the forward 50 today. Come back after a couple of weeks out of the side. Tackling strong from Rue, but it was early from Rue. Free kick to Wilson. One of three players who hail from Toowoomba in today's Hornets side. Plenty of pressure coming from the Moreton Bay midfield, making sure that Aspley just have no room to move whatsoever. Downey kicks it inside 50. Aspley's first of the afternoon. Goes out wide to Lee. Stallard, deep in the pocket, was able to dispose it, but only causing a turnover. Plenty of women fly, hits the ground just in front of Rue, knocked it forward to Fox Chafer, kicked in Hope.
Sorry, Danny, we just got one down in the midfield, but I will watch that.
Thank you very much. And you're right, the trainer's out there and has been for some time while plays been in other parts of the ground. Zielinski with a clever handball over the top. Good, strong tackle from Brady. Tackles above her size, if that makes any sense. French. I think she's still at the Lions Academy or recently graduated, and the charge down was strong.
We've still got that player down in the midfield. Seems to be potentially a shoulder. Oh no, she's jumping up now. I'm going to say it's Ella Smith.
It is Ella Smith. Last thing that Aspley would want for this season. Sorry for talking over you.
No, you're right. I do it to you all the time.
We're good friends, we're other people.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
So Moreton Bay with a hot start.
Ella's just running off there, so it looks like, yeah, it is potentially a shoulder, but good to see that she's up and she's moving. That's always a good sign.
There's no grimace on the face. Play to restart. Just back of left half forward, Moreton Bay's perspective. Go through the umpires shortly. Brady running away from goal, wrapped up by McDonough. He's worked hard this year. Probably her effort has been greater than her reward as Hughes just struggled to clear the ball. Davey looks infield, will run whatever way she wants to. Got a few frequent flyer miles on that little run as Brady is wrapped up by Griffiths. And Brady was deemed to have prior opportunity. Gives away the free kick.
Yeah, I wonder if she's sponsored by Qantas Plus. Oh, straight charge down.
Beautiful from Brady. Fox Chafer with the tackle. Fox Chafer's been in everything so far. He's represented Northern Territory underage sides, but has spent a fair bit of time here north of Brisbane as well. As the ball will continue in this game because it went off the field through the interchange gates. And deemed to be a deliberate touch. So Downey moves inside, has a good kick on her, Downey. Mark not held. Oh, and then dropped cold by Amy Turner. Amy, is it?
Amy.
Thank you very much. Taya Parker. His full name is Amelie. Which...
Good kid.
One of those beautiful names that feels like it should be said in a French accent.
Oh.
No, I'm not going to.
Ah, damn it.
On air.
A bit of a backstory on Amy Turner. She debuted actually last week and was recalled into the side after a late change today. She's an Aspley junior who started playing she's an Aspley junior who started playing in the Resis last year, so I actually got the opportunity to play with Abby last year, and she's a brilliant footballer, got very good knowledge of the game, so it's great to see her playing something for the
Thank you for the insight, Whitey. The tackler on that occasion was Talia Mead. Played a bit from Moreton, and then she in turn is pulled to ground by McDonough. Charging back the other way was, I believe it was Wilson. It wasn't, it was Canny. Past Zielinski. She has to turn around. Trying to knock it away from Indiana Marshall. He's been getting involved physically early as well. This is a sparkling start from Moreton Bay.
As I said, they do this. They start really well. They put a lot of pressure on the football. They put a lot of pressure on the opposition. But then they just can't sustain it for 4 quarters. So that's what I'd love to see today, is to see them actually sustain this for 4 quarters.
Spoken like a coach, Whitey. I think 4-quarter effort is one of those good cliches. Poultney plucks it out of thin air. McDonough catches the rebound. They're on their way through the middle with Summer Carriage. Inside 50. Tallis, I think, Falcon the teammate, if that can be a verb all of a sudden. They've retained possession, Aspley, but it's not clean. Moreton Bay getting in each other's way just inside their own 50. Ball up 45 from goal.
Also, a bit of background. Congratulations on Maddie Tallis. It's her 150th today.
That's including juniors and all the rest of it?
That is Jindalee, Redcliffe and Aspley.
Fantastic.
So 150 games of footy. It's a big achievement in women's football.
She's grown every year in this competition. I think this is her 4th year in the comp. Well run out of defence. That might have been Benson. It wasn't. It was Davey. Long brunette. Physical in the middle of the ground.
Yeah, they love to play one-on-one footy. But unfortunately, one-on-one footy in this type of game is just not sustainable. And that's where they're running a little bit smarter and less harder. So when it comes into the play, unfortunately, yeah, Moreton Bay, they're very much a one-on-one side. So,
which, given that the average age of this side's about 12, in all seriousness, it's probably about 21 or maybe even younger.
It's just not sustainable in the way that our game's played. It's a very much a running game. You need that openness, looking at the structures, and being man on man all the time is just, just not going to hold for them, unfortunately.
The tackle from Mead caused the turnover. It was hoofed forward by Shauna Kelly. Danger for Aspley in their defensive zone. Fox Chafer again, who somehow has the ball and is laying a tackle. That's talent. And wins the free kick. That's the best triple play I've seen in a long time. Imogen Fox Chafer, who made her QAFLW debut in Moreton Bay's win over Maroochydore last year. In a game that was ended when a sprinkler started on the field. Fox Chafer only touched about a metre before the line. It was good work. There is some tall timber. That looked like Pepper Poultney, who just got her hands to the ball about a metre in.
You're never going to give up on that sprinkler, right? You're not very sad about this.
It was kind of, I mean, it's a great story, but it was so frustrating at the time. But, you know, the movie rights have been sold. We're working on that.
Ah, very good.
Well taken. That was Indiana Marshall again. Sends it deep inside 50. Maybe it could have been a bit better targeted. Woolett dropped it, then laid the tackle on Zielinski. Zielinski not getting go. Bit of work for the umpire to do. And Woolett has earned herself the free kick and the shot on goal.
And this is something that Moreton Bay does really well. Again, putting that pressure, like we said before, putting that pressure on the ball, on the players. But you'll watch it break down slowly. It's going to happen is that they
Woolett with the shot on goal. She appears to have hooked it. It's gone to the left. Scored her first goal at this level last week against Cooperoo. Missed the chance to double. The ball is currently about a park away. As Bailey Ward got plenty on it, but it was misdirected.
It's not the easiest box to look out of, is it, Daniel?
I have, no one puts Baby in the corner, but they do put Whitey in the corner, apparently, so...
Try. Oh!
A flying punch from Lizzie Hill. Hits the deck. The clearances have been good today from Aspley. They are a long kicking side.
Yeah, so just watch around here. Moreton Bay, they'll crowd the footy a fair bit. So if you watch, in saying that, they just sort of just let Jess Davies do what she wanted to do just then. But
and I mean, the solution there for Aspley, how to beat it, is Poultney just runs through the middle, is to clear the ball and move it wide, or they can just run through the middle. Forget that point. Sophie Canny just got the top of the boot. Benson underneath it. Came down without it. Stallard tried to get it forward to Tallis. Didn't quite work. Benson recovering, wrapped up by Stallard. What I was going to say is both McDonough and Smith, who are two of Aspley's best midfielders at moving the ball wide, they're both off the field at the moment.
Yeah.
So might work for Moreton Bay now, but maybe not. Actually, Smith's back on the field, which is fantastic. I don't mind being wrong when it means that a classy player gets to be on the park for a bit longer. Rosie White, the other ruck option. They've got 2 6-footers for
so
ruck
you can
options.
see just here in the back line that Aspley has actually pulled back a player so that they're a kick behind the play. They're happy for that Moreton Bay player to be up within the match and have their spare back just in front of their fullback, just on midway. So,
well, thanks for the insight, but Aspley moving it in towards, they came out the left. Stallard making space for herself, laid it back to Turner. Ends up out on the full. Amy Turner will get other chances, but that was a golden one to score her maiden QAFLW goal.
really exciting.
I can say that Whitey was already out of her chair with her fists in the air. McTees out wide to Kelly. Still a soccer scoreline, and there is a Men's World Cup on at the moment in that particular sport. Downey able to turn it over as that was kicked to about a none on 6. Pretty much into a nest. And again to a none on 3, not held by Lee. At the side, the shot comes in. It's taken by Stallard. She could soccer this through. That is one of the ugliest of the 113 goals at this level she's scored. But no one cares at the moment. Aspley on the board, but surprisingly, we'd have to say it's against the run of play.
Yeah, it's just not... It's not free-flowing, and Aspley will struggle with that. They are very much use the width, use the fat side, run the footy.
Lots of handballs.
Lots of handballs, but that pressure from Moreton Bay at the moment, and they're not used to being crowded at the football, and having that crowdedness around the football and having that pressure on there is probably just showing a little bit at the moment. So if Aspley can really get that ball wide and do it quickly, they're going to be able to run over the top of Moreton Bay.
Corrigan wins the ruck almost uncontested. The premiership winner and a grand finalist next to me in Amanda Whitehead. And a qualified coach. McDonough at the back of the contest. There's that raking left foot. Just dropped in defence. That might have been Page. Davey was able to pick up the crumbs. No, that's Davey in the centre field. Beautiful work coming the other way from Seeley. She started this match well. Good spin out of traffic. That was Rue. Smith just was ducking as the ball went over her head. And well taken in the middle of the field by Eva Steers, who was a representative rugby league player, represented Queensland country about a month ago at Sunshine Coast Stadium. And now playing her other code of football. Aspley switched to the right. Haven't seen too many switches of play so far today. That is a beautifully weighted kick. Found Turner on the right wing. A floating kick inside, was attacked well by Kelly, and they have caused the turnover. And ironically, well, it's Moreton Bay who are moving the ball wide, and that kick was overcooked. Inside from Seeley. One of the armada of left footers in this Aspley Hornets side. That's just a tangle. Umpire's done well to spot that and just let play continue. Pressure inside. Defensive 50 is Mahalia Johnson, normally a forward. Aspley could be out the back here. They got the fumbles at the wrong moment, and Moreton Bay was able to get numbers back. Then Page left it behind, was able to recover, went to Davey, because that's what the ball normally does here at Red Rooster Oval. It's almost magnetic. Plays the 1-2, and Moreton Bay, after almost trying to concede a goal, have been able to get it back to more or less halfway. Strong tackle from Seeley, and got it around the forearms as well. It was disciplined tackle. Millie Reeves, the Reeves family legends here at Moreton Bay. Brady, brought down by McDonough. Had a few chances, couldn't get rid of it. Izzy McDonough, well done.
She's having a breakout season, isn't it?
Yeah, missed last year with injury. And I hope that hasn't put paid to her draft chances. Because, I mean, she was a Lions Academy captain, and she's just a classy on-baller. Reeves danced through traffic and then missed her first chance to kick the ball, took the second, and was good enough to give herself a second. That spun out to Ella Smith. Could have shot from 55, but saw Jess Stallard at 30 and thought, well, why wouldn't you?
That's a much better play there from Aspley. They got 2 around the contest and got that ball out for an easier kick into Sharkey. But it still concerns me that it really looks like Aspley is just dropping down to Moreton Bay standards a little bit. And that happens, Daniel. It happens in all the games you play, how your opposition play. I'd really hope that Luke has a chat with him.
So Jess Stallard with the set shot. She's made it. 2 goals in the first quarter. She's only had 2 opportunities. 100% success rate. Nothing strange for Jess Stallard.
She's running down that record, mate. That's all she wants. She just wants that record.
In terms of the official record, I think it's certainly in the 190s. Emma Zilke has the most goals on record in the Bond University QAFLW. Jess is up to 114, and but she's in cruise control.
Oh, she was telling me all about it.
I'd like to ask you with that last play, because Millie Reeves did some really good work to get it from left half forward to centre half back, but it looked like her teammates weren't really giving her options, and that's what allowed Ella Smith to eventually get the turnover ball and put it forward to Stallard.
A lot of flat feet at the moment. I'd love to see Aspley back up on their toes and actually running, getting that ball out, and not being held up in that congestion that Moreton Bay is causing at the moment.
They've got the free kick at the back. Sophie Canny put forward a kick that was not quite as long as her jersey number, but she does have a decent boot. And I've got her as 16. I think she was playing under 16s last year, and that's under 15s 2 years ago, rather. Under 16s does not exist yet. Women's footy is growing in this part of the world. Brady read that well. It wasn't Brady, it was Mead. Sends it back. It was probably more for territory. Wouldn't have created an opportunity anyway. Moreton Bay with plenty of opportunities in that quarter, and they've ended up with the same number of scoring shots as their opponent, but it's 2 goals to Jess Stallard that has given Aspley a 10-point lead at quarter time here at Red Rooster Park in round 11 of the Bond University QAFLW.
Okay, let's give them 60 minutes of skills, fitness and fun. And let's not forget about connection. We're talking safe, inclusive and modified rules, perfect for newcomers. Okay, super kick on 3.
1, 2, 3, super kick! Yeah!
Super fun, super safe, super inclusive. Super kick, tailor-made for 7 to 12-year-olds.
AFL 9s, it's footy for
Best mates looking to be teammates.
cardio fiends after a bit of competition.
Legends of the game, looking at making a comeback.
There's footy for when your week's pretty cooked. Or for fitting it in between classes.
Ha! It's footy!
It's footy.
It's footy!
It's footy for me.
It's not just an Australian sport. There's a lot of countries that come over and create a home here that can also join in and play the sport to the fullest potential.
All the advice that you get given, it's really inspiring.
Being part of a football team is more than just a game. It's like a family.
To find your more, visit play.afl/more to footy.
Football club is very, very important in this community. Without it, there's not much else to do in such a small town.
I do believe that there's so much more to sport than just winning.
If my story says anything, it's that you don't need the experience, having the passion and having the want to see the young girls excel.
It's also, to me, a chance to give back to the community
To find your more, visit play.afl/more to footy.
We are at the second most northern club in the Bond University QAFLW. It's Red Rooster Park at Burpengary, the Moreton Bay Central Sports Complex. Round 11 of the 2026 Bond University QAFLW. The Aspley Hornets currently in 6th place in the ladder. 2 goals 12 leading Moreton Bay 2 points. Both goals scored by the sharpshooter Jess Stallard. My name is Daniel Viles. With me is Ashley Whitehead. Sorry,
Ashley
who?
Whitehead.
I just had a brain thingy there.
Wow, were you looking at Ash on the field?
I was.
Yeah,
Let's go with that. Amanda Whitehead. But people don't know your first name because you're Whitey. Whitey. Let's get out of this hole here and analyse that game. It's 2-0 to Aspley, but I want to hear how you saw that quarter.
Well, I'll ask Ash when she comes on.
Get on with it.
For me, it was a bit lacklustre. Both teams look pretty lethargic. Like, they're just very flat-footed. As we were talking about before, the Aspley backs were just not running through the ball. They were happy to sort of meander to it, but they weren't on their toes. They weren't moving like they normally are. So I would hope that Luke's having that conversation with them about, get up in your step. Let's go. Like, make sure that you're ready to run. But Moreton Bay is causing that. It's what we call chaos footy. So it's not like they're just kicking anywhere and that kind of thing. They are crowding the contest so much. They're causing so much congestion that it turns it into chaos footy because the other team doesn't know what they're going to do. They don't know how many people they're going to put in a contest. So when they're trying to get out wide or they're trying to make opportunities, it just doesn't. It's hard to get out of a contest.
Aspley's defenders in this competition are used to coming against sort of fairly fleet-footed athletic defenders. They were confronted with size. They probably weren't expecting to have both Quilliam and Woolitz up in their faces in the first quarter. Do you think that had an effect on them, perhaps?
Yeah, potentially. Absolutely, potentially. Obviously, if you have a taller forward line to them back line, you're not really used to it. But yeah, just want to see Aspley really just get on their toes and get moving this quarter.
Hughes was spoiling Corrigan's hit-out win. Brady taking on all comers and ends up with the ball. Wasn't able to get her hands on the pill in the end. Hersey giving her a bit of help. Tackles being laid galore. Brady with a handball through the middle, but it only went to McDonough's advantage. And as usual, McDonough's the one who says, let's get this 30 metres away. Irate Izzy McDonough, can you tell? Loads. Just a little chip kick over the top. Got it to Ella Smith. A beautiful check side kick outside of the foot. Carriage gives herself a bit of space. Carriage shoots from 30. Summer Carriage! It's not lacklustre now.
That was brilliant. I didn't even know what to say. Because you said it all, Daniel. No, that was exactly what I was just talking about before the game started, was that I wanted to see Aspley get up on their toes, get that quick handball, get the movement happening like we know they can. Luke's obviously had that conversation with them at half-time saying, you just went out there and just half-jogged the game. You're not going to win a game against a team like this if you were out there jogging. Get on your toes, get your speed up, make sure we're pushing through the packs and we're getting that ball out. And that was a prime example right there.
We don't pay iSports enough to get score involvements, but are you surprised that scoring chain began with McDonough?
I'm not.
No, me neither. Again.
You know why I'm not? Because 2 games ago when I commentated them against UQ, she was hands down one of the best in the team.
Yeah. Saying that for a while, and find Downey. Won the free kick for holding. Lovely step from Downey. Was able to get around Rue. Maybe took on a little bit too much. The fumbles from Seeley, but she recovered extremely well. Aspley working quickly but being patient. The off-ball running is a little bit better, but it's also rather good from the evergreen Jess Davey. Chips it over the top. Got it through for the run of Rosie White. Stuck on the wing. Lizzie Hill now attacking the ball from defence. Ella Smith trying to pick it up one-handed. Didn't work. Turned over. Hooked forward by Eva Steers. Again, knocked forward to Foxchafer. Foxchafer puts it in front of goal. You would imagine that French would have the speed to get back. Is able to run around Wallace and then charge down. Brilliant work from Hersey. She was able to pick it up. It would have been a certain goal. Foxchafer there, but that was enterprising play from Moreton Bay.
That would have put a bit of fear into the back line, that's for sure, of Aspley.
The effort from Hunter Hersey to charge down that ball came from 30 metres away. Kicked off the ground, kicked it straight into Hughes. That might have been Davey in the contest. Davey from the bottom. It wasn't Davey, it was Steers. Guides it wide. As the commentator skillfully avoids a bad pun.
Nothing wrong with a bad pun. Well, you do tell me you've got to be careful with the bad puns. I'm only learning this game.
Oh, that's a strong mark just outside the 50.
Stop!
That is Arden Quilliam. I'll give you a stat about her in a moment because I suspect even she doesn't know how good she is at a certain aspect of this game. Quilliam towards the hot spot. Oh, that nearly landed in the lap of the player at the back. Was it Hersey? Hersey's on the ground. Everyone flew. Was Fox? I need to just start calling Foxchafer when I'm not quite sure who it is because she's been magnetic today in this match. Knocked wide. Being chased by Steers. Zielinski also tackled by Steers. Steers is tackling everyone at the moment until Davey gets involved. Holding. Big chance here for the Lions. Originally from Steers and then from Davey. In the year and a half that Moreton Bay's been in the Bond University QAFLW, Davey is their all-time leading most things, certainly goal scorer. Improves the angle for herself, took way too much. The charge down was brilliant. Opportunity not over. It has not been cleared by the Hornets. Brady just got a bit of a tangle on the ground as her top half and bottom half of her body were being bent in opposite directions. Scoops out from the middle. Just fell at the feet of Sankey. And another free kick. Constant pressure has yielded a reward. And Danielle Sankey, who's played Oztag for Australia under 21s, now has a chance to score her second goal in the Bond University QAFLW. First was earlier this year, and the second was then. First goal for Moreton Bay, and it comes courtesy of Danielle Sankey.
Wasn't the nicest kick in the world, but it did the job, and that's the main thing.
A reward for pressure, dare I say, Whitey.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, as I said, that's a strength that Moreton Bay has, is that they are putting this pressure on these top sides. They're putting the pressure on, and these sides are crumbling because they don't know how to play chaos footy. They're not used to it. They're not used to the pressure that's put on them. They're not used to, having 4 or 5 people at a contest.
Just realised I was wondering what the hold-up was in the middle of the field, but down in the far pocket we've got a player down. It's just trying to work out. It's blonde hair, so I don't think it's Brady. So no, I don't need that in other than my job's to identify players. Just looking around to see who.
I think it is Brady, mate.
Number 8 is Brady.
Number 8.
Vice captain of this side and the first goal scorer in their first match here against Morningside last year. The fact that she's being carried off is not a good sign for Brady or for Moreton Bay. A major source of energy within this QAFLW seniors side here at the Moreton Bay Lions. So I'm hoping this is just precautionary to get her off the ankle.
I mean, it is the ankle and not the knee.
Yeah, when I'm commentating a women's Aussie rules match, I just try not to say the word knee if I can possibly avoid it, because...
Sometimes you need to, mate.
I heard that. Well, while Whitey impresses herself...
I'm sorry. Oh, come on.
It was wonderful. It was wonderful. You're doing a very good job.
Oh, wow, that was patronising, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't. Shush. So, as Brady, we just returned to serious matters.
Yeah, I don't...
Don't expect to see her back?
No, mate, she's good.
That is sad. That is
That's a knee.
That is a knee, not an ankle.
It's not what we like to see in any game, and if anyone who's watching and probably doesn't really understand, it's one of our highest injuries here in this game, and not just in women's, but also in men's. So we never like to see anybody, absolutely no one. So, wishing you all the best, mate. Hopefully, we can just strap it up and get you back out there.
I say, just a delightful human being, Emerson Brady, and wasn't surprised to see her still as a teenager, but being given one of the 3 vice-captain positions at Moreton Bay this year. Major source of energy in the side. So a return to where the play is. It's only moved about 20 metres away from the centre circle. That is being called an illegal tackle. Downey has done some good linking work so far in this match. Just went through the hands. The tackle from Irvin just got down below the shoulder. May have been some ducking and weaving. I don't think any blame needs to be apportioned. Some good pressure from Rue on McDonough. It's made her think a little bit more quickly. Sealy is brought to ground again by Rue, who's racking up the tackles. You recovered from your pun yet, Whitey? That will be on social media all this week as Moreton Bay turn the play around.
Oh, I'll thank Josie Fielding for that.
Work was strong from Marshall again.
Like, if you just look at that contest there, like, Moreton Bay's got 5 players in there. Aspley have 1 player in the middle with the ball, but nobody was on the outside helping her. As I've said that, they've gone 2 into a tackle and Dahlia Mead there, but I want to see them on their toes. They're flat. Look at them, Daniel. They're flat. They're not moving. Like, get on your toes. Get moving.
That's a brilliant point you bring up. We're about to have another ball up. Let's just let everyone watch and see what the movement around the ball is like.
Flat.
It's
flat.
The best thing you can say is it's moving, but it's slow.
Yeah. It's not. If you go and have a look at some other games that are potentially on at the moment or on a little bit later, you'll see that, especially, your Wilson Grangers or your Southports or, Moreton Bay want to be like these better teams, but then they're not moving.
So I'll just pay attention to that lovely night from Taya Parker. As we move inside 50, hold that thought, though, because as it comes off the legs of Stallard, well picked up by Middleton. Working around the outside, they've put it on a platter.
Oh.
Misses to the right. And I think it was a bit unfair of me to say it was on a platter. It was a slightly harder shot than that. But Parker set up the play. Gave herself a shot.
She did really well then. Took it out of the midfield, took it out wide, did what their game plan is, take it out wide and came in the 50. And
as Pepper Pulteney takes a very photogenic mark.
Unfortunately, it just didn't come off for him.
Deep inside 50, looking for that's beautifully played. I think that was Page at the back, no Benson. Mead again. Just through the hands of Roberts. Canny. Shows a lot of maturity. Good recovery from, I think, French. It's chaotic, but again, the pressure from Moreton Bay. And I suppose when you know that you're a little bit outclassed, there's no point denying it. Playing effort ball is not a bad tactic, at least to keep yourselves in the game. And then if you want to be expansive later on, if you've got a chance of a victory, why not? The interplay was good between Downey and Wilson, didn't quite come off, and yet they've been able to make it work. Off fingers inside 50. was making space for each other in the Moreton Bay defence. It was good team play. Mead copped a bump as she was grabbing it, courtesy of Pulteney. Just a ball up. You can see Pulteney only had eyes for the player, and she thought 0.01 of a second after you get that ball, I'm going to get you. Lovely work from Carriage. Scored a brilliant goal earlier in this quarter. If you missed it, make sure during the halftime break you put the YouTube video back a bit and have a look at it.
That was perfect by Carriage just then. Sorry for cutting you off, Daniel.
No.
That was perfect by her. She was actually moving. So if you go back and you have a look at that footage, she was moving, and that's why she managed to get space. She got away from her player, she got that ball, and that's how she managed to get that kick in. So this is what I'm talking about. The midfield needs to get moving.
The markers eventually paid to Mead. I was about to go Troppo for it, and then I thought, hang on, they're not going to pay it. But Mead's having a very good quarter. In fact, you could argue she weighted that kick well, and it was simply that the run from Irvin came in a little bit too far. Let's call it that. Downey was tackled without the ball. She'll get the free kick. Working hard, Downey. Davies saw that and cut it off. Got right in front of Turner. And McDonough was able to bring play to a halt. Because Davey played with a lot of these players with the year she spent at Aspley in 2024. Where she was probably what that Aspley midfield needed, because she was a genuine ball winner. Aspley midfield at that time had a lot of ball users, but not a lot of real ball winners. But Davies got a lot of the terrier about it. That's a beautiful handball inside to Middleton. Middleton chipping it forward. Friendly fire in the forward line. Unable to connect the Aspley forwards. And that gave the Moreton Bay defence, particularly Johnson, a chance to snuff things out. But it was almost too many cooks spoiling the broth for the Hornets.
Yeah, just not enough communication about who was going into the hot spot for that one.
Corrigan with a punch when she probably could have taken it. Goes out wide. The left foot snap comes in from Griffiths. Across everything. And that was, in the end, knocked through for an own goal, I think, by Kelly.
It's a shame it's not counted, like soccer.
Yes.
Sorry, football, whatever people like to call it.
I'm someone who uses the F word to describe the round ball game. So, Downey again. There's a case that Downey's been the standout player in this quarter. And with vision like that, there was well attacked from the back by Page. Page with the spoil. Stallard. Her kick was smothered. Contested ball about 30 out from goal. While I think of it, iSports started doing stats for the QAFLW in 2022, so we've got about 4.5 years worth of stats. One of the stats we keep is spoils. I'll come back to that thought in a moment. Mead tracking back, trying to get it away from Carriage. Kicked out. And then Davey with a bit of magic. Tried to get a left foot kick away. Is heading towards Caleb Baldwin, who's come down for this match from the Harvey Bay Bombers. That's not a kick she'll want to put on her highlights reel. But yes, with spoils, I think number one of all time, by which I mean the last 4.5 years, is UQ's Jessie Henning, which will surprise no one. But number 3 is Arden Quilliam.
Wow.
And she played a year for Maroochydore and then now a year and a half here. And I don't think she realises just how many spoils she's made. Beats everyone. That was good work from Lee. Just went out.
It's funny, isn't it, that you say that, because spoils are one of those things. You either get them or you don't get them. And you can put your arms out all day of the week to try and get it. But it's just not something, it's not like a mark, it's not like a handball, it's not like a tackle. It's instinctive, and you got to want to do it. Otherwise, you miss it every time.
The tackle from Corrigan up forward. I think you're right. If you keep putting yourself in positions, you will end up with more spoils.
Yeah.
But the key element is getting yourself into that position in the first place. Moreton Bay not clearing, and as long as they don't clear, the opportunity remains for the Hornets to extend their lead, currently at 11 points.
You also just got to be in the right place at the right time, too, to take a spoil. Well,
there's a bit of luck in everything,
yeah.
really, isn't there? Semi-cleared by the Lions. Overrun by Downey. Mead gets a kind of a clearance away.
So if you look at all the players right now, Daniel, where they are, the whole of the Moreton Bay midfield is in their back line. Okay? So there is no players sitting outside. Aspley's got one sitting outside currently. Okay? But what's happened is that Aspley's midfield has followed them in. So it's causing too much congestion, which the Aspley forwards are not used to.
Feel free to build on that point. I just noticed Maddie Tallis is down. She went into a challenge and came away from it clutching her leg almost immediately. She's a wiry character. There's not a lot of...
We've spoken about this.
Yeah. She's she's quick, though, and she's nuggety, but she is down at the moment.
When you're 150, you don't want to be sitting on the ground. You want to be up kicking footies.
No, maybe it's just a chance to get more photos for your 150s.
Oh,
You're a smart girl. And another one being carried off. So not the milestone that she wanted. So Emerson Brady and Maddie Tallis. So that is a lot of the pace taken out of this game already.
And I would say that's her done for the day.
She looks upset, but she's laughing because she's being carried off.
Well, she can't go back on now.
That's right.
So,
but I don't think that was
a worry.
Shadows of half time, and the shadows are literal.
Yeah, I'm surprised I haven't turned the lights on yet.
There's probably a button in here somewhere, but you're not allowed to touch it. Mead. Forward. Some of the fastest players in today. Roberts going back. Pushed off the ball by Quilliam. The handball probably needed to be flatter, but at least it got in field. Taken by Baldwin. Brought to ground. Out of zone umpire has spotted a free kick for Moreton Bay, probably for the push off the ball.
So Moreton Bay just got two players just behind play currently who are sitting on their own. One of them being Jess Davey, which is probably not what you want, considering she is their runner.
33 years old, and also the Queensland country coach for their upcoming match on the 11th of July against AFL Sydney and Canberra combined. Fumbled by Rue, recovered, wrapped up by McDonough. Don't know if they're intentionally
Did you say
playing.
Sydney Canberra combined. Wouldn't that just be the New South Wales team?
Is Canberra in New South Wales, Whitey?
Sorry.
But also,
I need a coffee.
AFL Sydney and AFL Canberra are separate entities. It's a
Oh, they are separate entities.
It's a
Okay.
bit differently organised in New South Wales, so...
They're an odd state, aren't they?
Rose Hughes in the number 15 jersey from Bomaderry in New South Wales, and she's a very sane person.
Yeah, because she plays football here. That's why she's sane.
Davey.
She's in the best state now.
Skipping around, got a good handball away. That went to Steers, and then the wonderful defensive mark taken by Lizzie Hill. I think mostly played ruck when she was at Yeronga. Ella Smith just went through the hands. Well put through by Wilson, keeping it right. The counter-attack is on. They spaced themselves out well, the Aspley forwards. That was not the kick they wanted going inside 50. It was...
I would have loved to see Lotes just on her bike then, just absolutely powering down to that box.
Saw Millie Lee in front of her, but yeah, it never looked like connecting. Carriage. Handballs into space because she didn't like the look of Baldwin bearing down on her. And that caused the turnover. Moreton Bay keeping it wide. It was a none on 4, but they've done well as Seeley cops a bit of a push after she kicked the ball through.
Mon did well then too, just to shepherd off for her so that she got a little bit more space.
That's Mon Corrigan?
Yeah.
Yep. That's right. Mon's Corrigan and Dufty last year, and they're about the same.
Oh!
So,
what?
Yeah, which one's Mon? The tall one. That doesn't help.
I don't know.
Hughes battling well. Yeah, a bit of a push. And I don't think Ella Smith was in the mood for arguing with that one.
Sorry, that was me thinking, isn't it?
Let people hear the sounds of the game. It's all good. Marshall inside to Hughes. Used her strength to get some kind of kick away. It wasn't quite where she wanted it. And in the end came off the knee of Reeves.
I just really wish I could give the viewers at home the understanding of why this is happening the way that it is and why the game is so low scoring. But all I can say currently is that the pressure that Moreton Bay is putting on against the contest is not something that Aspley is used to. So they are struggling to get that run game going to be able to move that footy.
I will ask you to continue that point after half-time, which is the point of this match that we've reached. Aspley 3-2-20 with 2 goals to Jess Stallard and a stunner to Summer Carriage. Lead Moreton Bay 1-3-9, their goal coming through Danielle Sankey. This is round 11 of the Bond University QAFLW. Thank you to you wherever you are watching from.
Okay, let's give them 60 minutes of skills, fitness and fun. And let's not forget about connection. We're talking safe, inclusive and modified rules, perfect for newcomers. Okay, super kick on 3.
1, 2, 3, super kick! Woo! Yeah!
Super fun, super safe, super inclusive. Super kick, tailor-made for 7 to 12-year-olds.
AFL 9s, it's footy for
Best mates looking to be teammates.
cardio fiends after a bit of competition.
Legends of the game, looking at making a comeback.
It's footy for when your week's pretty cooked.
Or for fitting it in between classes.
It's footy!
It's footy.
It's footy.
It's footy for me.
He's not your traditional coach. He wears his heart on his sleeve.
She's the backbone of our defence, and she leads the team from the front.
He always shows up for us. He really cares about every player.
She's calm and methodical. She leaves nothing to chance.
I wasn't the most confident player coming to Bond, but he showed me what I'm capable of.
When a game doesn't go her way, she puts her head down, gets to work, and she gets better.
Andy is always in my corner, and he always will be.
Whatever Gemma sets her mind to, she'll achieve it.
It's not just an Australian sport. There's a lot of countries that come over and create a home here that can also join in and play the sport to the fullest potential.
All the advice that you get given, it's really inspiring.
Being part of a football team is more than just a game. It's like a family.
To find your more, visit play.afl/more to footy.
Football club is very, very important in this community. Without it, there's not much else to do in such a small town.
I do believe that there's so much more to sport than just winning.
If my story says anything, it's that you don't need the experience, having the passion and having the want to see the young girls excel.
It's also, to me, a chance to give back to the community.
To find your more, visit play.afl/more to footy.
The cold is beginning to set in. The temperature has plummeted to, probably about 17 degrees. Yes, Victorians, it's plummeted to 17 degrees. We are at Red Rooster Park in Burpengary to the north of Brisbane in the Moreton Bay Regional Shire, and it is the home side. Moreton Bay Lions trailing Aspley by 11 points, 139 to 3-2-20. Moreton Bay's goal scorer was Danielle Sankey. Aspley 2 to Jess Stallard in the first quarter, and then an absolute worldie to Summer Carriage in the first minute of the second term. My name's Daniel Viles. With me is Amanda Whitehead. Whitey, we've been talking about this game, and you're visibly frustrated. So, talk me through what you're seeing on the field, and maybe if it makes you feel a bit better, talk about what you'd like to see on the field.
I think just at the moment, the game, as I said before, it's a little bit slower. Everyone's a little bit flat-footed, whether it's, it might be the weather here. Sorry for anyone in Victoria. 17 is cold for us. But they're just not moving. I want to see Aspley move. I want to see them get on their toes, get their running game going, get their running hands moving, using that wider space and really using the tools that they have. They're just not.
Thank you, Whitey. As Corrigan got the hit out, but Davey got first hands to the ball. I dare say the two players who have best exemplified what you've been wanting to see in the first half have been, for Aspley, number 34, Izzy McDonough, and number 5, Eva Downey.
Absolutely.
Meanwhile, it's Shauna Kelly who attacked that ball for Moreton Bay, number 3 in the maroon jersey. Ella Smith gets the first inside 50. Over the head of Woolett in the end. Good work getting back from Laura Irvin. Danger not averted. Aspley still in a good position. Pulteney looking for the loose ball. Was taken well by Johnson. A low handball. Played the 1-2 with Hersey. Got herself in a bit of trouble, did Johnson. Recovered well, then threw it away. Is it outside scoring range for Sienna Wilson? She doesn't entertain the thought. Keeps it short. And Jess Stallard was on a lead. I know, it's shocking. I think when Jess Stallard wakes up in the morning, she runs a lead to the breakfast table.
I'm not sure about that one, Daniel. This gives my ash for a turf.
She does it instinctively. 2 goals at this end.
What have we got just coming off here? We just go on here, Aspley players.
We'll stay with the shot on goal, and then we'll...
I'll watch the play.
So Jess Stallard just hooked it to the left. And so the player coming off in front of us, sorry, as I beat up my co-commentator, is Millie Lee, who's a player who I see having a lot of growth in her, from one of 3 ex-Toowoomba Tigers in this Aspley side. A tall figure, a strong figure. I don't think we've seen the best of it yet. That's brilliant from Corrigan. Flew just inside the 50.
She's got Amy Turner on her outside, leading hard.
Instead goes to the hot spot, not to ground. Benson did beautifully. Then to Turner. Tried a check side kick. It was smothered straight away. They've worked it out beautifully, Moreton Bay. Then across the face of goal, Pulteney had her shot blocked. Pulteney with the second opportunity. That is a reward for persistence for Pepper Pulteney. And it began with a leaping mark from Monique Corrigan just inside the 50.
Mon Corrigan got a great mark there, just at the top of the 50 there. Amy Turner has been coming down on her right-hand side and then managed to be in front of the full forward that was leading, to be that front and centre person to be able to take that ball. She tried the check side, but then obviously it didn't come off, but it kept that ball in contest. It kept it moving, which is what they needed for it to be able to happen. This is the Aspley I want to see play.
I have a follow-up question for you in a moment, as Corrigan got the hit out, then saw it go the other way, courtesy of Jess Davey. A little bit of tunnel ball straight from the Craig Starcevich School of about 2017. That was how the Lions first got to the ascendants in the AFLW, with 1%ers galore. My question to you, Whitey, is psychologically, is it easier to keep moving like that when there's a goal on offer, and that, or even when you're defending a goal, whereas sometimes in the middle of the field, because there's less of a visible incentive in front of you, maybe psychologically you have to give yourself a bit more internal motivation to get moving? I'll let you ponder that as Aspley fumble it towards their right wing. Seeley cuts inside. Mark not quite taken by Corrigan. McDonough burst through a tackle, then kicked it into Davey. Just shuffled it forward, past Fox Chafer. Beautiful work going through the middle from Seeley again. Gets back onto her left foot. Shanks the kick, but did everything right before that. Got into a good position. Fox Chafer. Didn't see much of her in the second quarter, but had a wonderful first quarter. They've recovered. French. Got away from Brady, who's back on the field. Fantastic to see Emerson Brady back. McDonough, tackled by Irvin. I half expected that to be called a free kick, and I just realised I haven't mentioned the umpires today. So, brought to you by Bradman's Windows and Doors as Corrigan flies over the top. Just stay with the players. Oh, interesting from Davey. It'll just be a boundary throw-in. So in the field, Ethan Vickery and Riley Hutchinson. On the boundary, Matthew Faulkner and Nick Fraser. In goal, Bryce Franklin and James Hodgson. And as I say, Bradman's Windows and Doors have been supporting our umpires here in Queensland for around a decade now. And it's not just the umpires who are grateful for their support, it's everyone who loves Aussie rules who's grateful for their support. Ella Smith at the back of the contest. Hoofs it inside towards the square. McDonough tried to get away from Johnson. Spilled up beautifully to Middleton. Middleton through the middle, turned it over. But the ball movement was good. Benson tried to go through the middle, came off the shins of Mead. Wrapped up by Stallard. Still got a kick away, but it only went back to Ella Smith. Smith kicks from about 55 out. Beats everyone through the arms of Quilliam. Quilliam and Pulteney. Quilliam wins out. Had a bit of a track and field pedigree as a junior. Hersey falls off the tackle. But did well to get there in the first place. Shot comes in from Griffiths. The mark is dropped in front of goal. Not cleared. It's now a goal to Stallard. She has her hat-trick for the day. 5th goal for Aspley. And only in the 6th minute of this 3rd term. Beautiful work from Steph Griffiths just outside the 50. Playing a supporting forward role today. Hasn't always been used. But the result of that was that Arden Quilliam's good work in defence was undone. And Jess Stallard has her 3rd goal of the match as Aspley go out to a game-high lead of 24 points.
Only one more to go. Once again, as I said, Aspley's on their toes. They're moving. They're excited now. A couple of quick goals. That's what you always want. But I'd love to see Moreton Bay start spreading that football. Get out of your contestedness and start to spread that football nice and wide. You've got beautiful wings here at Rooster Park. Red Rooster Park. And I would love to see them being used.
Aspley last week against Bond University, the match was goalless at half-time. It was a very intense match. And then it was the Hornets who got the 1st goal of the 3rd term. And then Bond decided we've had enough of this, and they were able to not overrun, but certainly kick away enough to get the victory. Tackling was strong at the back from Lizzie Hill. Seeley. Maybe there was a bit of a dangerous kick, kicking to a one-on-one when you're kicking backwards. Has another opportunity. Marshall has done some good things today, Indiana Marshall. Case in point. Away down the right, that was Carriage and McDonough combining. And that's probably the worst kick McDonough's done all season. She's had an excellent year, and that one just came straight. That was the kind of kick that your average male commentator produces.
Never seen you kick a football then.
There's a reason for that.
Oh.
It's not pretty. Beautiful hands through the middle. Hill, not her best kick, and it's turned over to Willett.
Did you want to watch me kick a football after the game?
That'd be, yes, I will actually.
Yeah.
And it was Quilliam, not Willett. Apologise for mixing them up. But no, well, I don't mind saying it's on the internet. You'll be taking part in the reserves game after this.
I will be. Very late call up, but I will be back out on the park. For someone who's tried to retire a few times, I'm not going very well, am I?
No, Nellie Melba, John Farnham.
Ashley Williamson, Emma McNeil.
Beautiful work from McDonough and Smith combining at the back. Goes wide to Middleton. So it's been a few years that Middleton has not been wearing headgear, but because the first 3 years when she was playing for U2, it was always in the headgear, I still have trouble recognising Middleton.
I don't know about you guys or everyone in the commentary box. We've got a few people in here with us today. But I would prefer to have headgear on today. Keep my ears nice and warm.
Began with Parker. Through that wonderful goal. The Summer Carriage again. She's got a double. It came from fairly contested ball on the left wing. And then it was Taya Parker who was able to get it into the square. One quick handball. And they're scoring every 3 minutes, are the Hornets in this quarter.
So as I said sort of at the start of the game, sort of planted that seed in everyone's minds, but Moreton Bay plays that really congested style of footy, and it takes up a lot of energy to be able to keep that up for 4 quarters. It's a very hard game style to continue to play, and we're just seeing that now. They're not chasing as hard, they're not tackling as hard, they're staying out of the contests, and we're just... Aspley's just got it wide, just like just then, and...
Loose ball inside 50. It was Pulteney who began in the ruck. Turner just had it kicked away from her. Carriage comes in. She's sniffing a hat-trick. Puts a shot in. Comes off the outside of the boot. But the fact that she got there in the first place was the impressive part. I suppose my question to you is, OK, you're saying Moreton Bay is playing a congested, contested style. They are bottom of the table. They're probably the youngest side in the competition. Do they have an alternative? If they try to play expansively, is it just setting themselves up to be punished every week?
I don't think it's expansive football that they need to look at. I think it's understanding the fundamentals of football, and the fundamentals right now is not playing congested football. That's not the way that we play. We have women's footy. A lot of people won't know that, maybe new to watching the game. We only have 16 on the field compared to 18. It's to allow us to have more space and less congestion. We'll just see what's going to happen.
Thank you very much, guys. Back to Turner. I think she needed to be more selfish there.
Yeah, absolutely. She's got a beautiful kick on her.
But went back to Downey, tried to kick it into the pocket. It's just getting away from Parker, who's putting a lot of pressure on Davey, who I think is going to get a disposal for kicking it with her heel to a teammate. Keeping it inside 50 of the Hornets. Turner stepped through. Jinx got a handball over the top. Stallard has her kick smothered. It was a magnificent diving smother. Still in play. Benson will try to clear, and that'll find touch. Sorry, wrong sport. It was a bit of a rugby union clearance kick, that one, but it will result in a shot on goal to the Hornets.
Potential shot on goal.
It's Stallard.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, Shaq's going to pop this. So give it a good go. I was about to say good roost. That's so bad.
That's all right. No
fine. More rooster jokes.
Finds Pulteney. Was under too much pressure. That coming from Brady, who is either playing through enormous pain at the moment, or it just wasn't as bad as we first thought. She's probably capable of both. It's been Aspley's quarter, the most dominant they've been in this match by some distance. Ella Smith kicked it out from nothing. Mark taken by Corrigan.
If you just rewind on that, Daniel. Rewind back. The way that Corrigan was behind her player, stepped forwards with her right foot, pushed her out of the way and got in front, that is why she is currently standing there to take a shot on this goal.
Monique Corrigan played most of her career as a ruck. That's not how rucks kick. She has a goal, and Aspley have 4 for the quarter. And it's a very good point you make, Whitey, because it's one thing to have a big body, but there's a lot of big body players in footy all over the country who don't know how to use them well.
Correct.
Corrigan is saying, oh, I'm big. How can I use the body I've got to great effect? That was an example of what she can produce.
I really hope that Luke and the team go back and have a look at that this week, because that was brilliant. That is what we want from female footballers. It's also what we want from forwards. We want them, if you're caught behind, get in front. Use your body, use whatever you need to step in front and get those 2 hands in front, and that's exactly what Mon just did there, and I think that's a great example of being able to get in front of your player.
different shapes, but she's got one of the best examples of all time in her own team in Jess Stallard, who knows exactly how to use her body to take marks in the forward 50.
Yeah, Sharky's just come from a break, actually, which is unusual. Oh.
No commenters.
And she's got the bumblebee blanket on.
There is a bumblebee blanket. It was being adorned by Gabby Roberts, the captain, before the games. It just goes through for Lotes. Fumbled by, that's Lee, who's back on the field. Inside to Smith. Smith from 55. She scored a goal from that distance for the Suns last year. Corrigan will have 2 in 2 minutes.
Oh, got an excited party down there. Banging on the box. Once again, brilliant work there by Aspley. They were on their toes. They moved that footy out of midfield, got it out wide. Like Luke was talking to them pre-game, let's use the width of the field. So they used that fatter side. They came in, and they managed to come in just at the top of the 50 there. And that was brilliant, brilliant work there by the midfielders, just to be able to push that ball out to this side, to the broadcast wing.
No coincidence that Ella Smith is starting to stamp her authority on this game as well. Still, well, she was delisted by the Gold Coast Suns at the end of last year, and just quietly, I think there are a few of her former teammates who are very lucky that they still had a year to go on their contract. Bit of a tangle, turned around, returned by Tamer Rue. Another one who's done some good things today. There's plenty of raw material to work with here at the Lions. They did lose a lot of experienced players over the off-season, some to relocation, some to injury. You put Talia Smith in this back line and you add a bit of steel to the side. And some accuracy as well. Her passing accuracy is phenomenal. She's reduced to coaching at the moment. I say reduced, that's a bit unfair.
Yeah, Paul Charles. But if you put it back there, I would have... Honestly, I would have loved to be able to call her this year. But unfortunately, these things happen in our game.
I don't think she's finished.
She's definitely not finished, mate.
Zielinski, sorry, Poltny. Wrong Platt, trying to burst through the middle. Poltny's been playing forward. She was a ruck at Yeronga, has rucked for most of her career, going back to her Darebin Falcons days. But now back here, she's been playing as a forward, but as Smith goes through, she's taken over the ruck. Corrigan's gone into the forward 50. She had 1 goal in her QAFLW career before today. She's tripled it. Good work coming out of defence.
That's brilliant vision there by Moreton Bay. Get it out wide. Use that wider wing. Who's that?
That's Baldwin on this side. I was trying to work out who came up with the kick. I thought it might have been Page, but then I wasn't so sure. So apologies for missing that. Rosie White, who was the subject of a feature article on the AFL Queensland website earlier this year, so please have a read of that. She's a fascinating person and lovely conversation as well. Downey in the middle of the park, moves it left, looking for Millie Lee. Just goes around Johnson and then prevents the handball, spills loose. Good tackle from Quilliam. She looked a little bit out of sorts to me at times last year, Arden Quilliam, but seems to be at the top of her game this year, and the top of her game is rising. Well done by Downey. To McDonough. Jinx. McDonough, a natural left footer, about 30 metres out. She's got it. Been one of the best players on the park today, Izzy McDonough. And now she's got a sausage roll to go with it.
And that all started back with Eva Downey. They got it out of that midfield. Once they've cleared it, they got it to the top of the 50. And you'll see it if you look back on the footage. But Eva's actually running from the midfield to be able to be the next kick. She gets that ball, which you hear Daniel call. She gets that handball out, which gave the opportunity to Izzy to just grab that ball and be able to take off with it. So that was brilliant. That was an even goal, because I can't even say it. That was Eva's goal.
That's tremendous analysis, Whitey. If I can go just one frame before, of course, it was the clearing kick out this way, possibly from Quilliam, which Aspley had to recover from that, and so they're actually going backwards when that play started, and they found a way of switching it back across to the left and turning it for a goal for McDonough, created by Downey.
Aspley's up and about now. They're on their toes. They're moving. You can see this now, Daniel. If you have a look at this contest, they're moving. Their feet are moving. They're running with the ball. They're not being caught flat-footed. It's good to see.
I suppose the question then is, if you're Moreton Bay, okay, you might surrender the 4 points in this game. I'll get back to that point in a moment. Just over the back of Pulteney. Knocked it through. Was looking for Parker. More soccering. So much soccering they're going to put one of their teammates offside in a moment. But you might have surrendered the 4 points, but why not? If someone's outplaying you, do what they do. Learn from them.
Learn from them, 100%. If you want to play man-on-man footy, do it.
Pulteney grabbed it, turned, kicked the goal.
Pepper!
7-goal quarter for the Aspley Hornets.
Hate to say I told you so.
I hire you to tell me so.
No, I think it's just right now. You can see Moreton Bay's a little bit tired. They're walking back to the middle. They're not looking as... They just need to get their heads up. Get your head back up. Get back in the game. Man on man. Create a contest. You don't have to have 5 people in one contest. Send you know, if that's your player, you go in with them. Maybe one more player comes in or sits outside. You don't always have to have such a large contest happening all the time. That was a beautiful tap there.
Usually is. As they're just moving it forward. I don't remember Moreton Bay having an inside 50 in this quarter.
No.
It's been pretty much to the right side of your screen, the southern end of Red Rooster Park.
Beautiful tap there from Mon again. Straight down to Izzy.
Grady trying to pick it up in defence, moving backward with a good side on position. Didn't quite work. Chipped inside. There was a volley there. It's gone out of bounds on the full, but for a moment I thought we were going to see a flick on from the left forward pocket. Which, to do that during the world's biggest or most watched sporting event.
I don't know what's going on here.
It's because it went out on the full. It's a free kick to. I think the question was whose foot did it come
I
off?
thought it came off Moreton Bay.
No, I thought it was an Aspley forward.
Goodness me.
As
I just fall off the chair.
Never give away the secrets. You're a completely balanced person. So Moreton Bay clear the 50. It's a long quarter. If you add a minute on per goal, you'll be wrong, but it gives you some idea of how long the quarter will go. McDonough burst away from the pack, beats everyone, just won't quite have the legs. Oh, that was a little bit dangerous, I felt, from Quilliam.
About 30 seconds to get it.
If that had taken, I'll trust your instincts, because there's no way you could have got extra information. But
it is me, thank you.
Quilliam was confident that was going to go through the goalpost, but the ball is oval.
What?
I know. It's just coming this season.
No.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you.
I learn something new every day.
As a two-dimensional shape, that, my friend, is an ellipsis. And that is three-quarter time. It was Aspley's quarter, 7 goals. Pulteney, Stallard, Carriage, Corrigan, McDonough, and Pulteney again. They lead by a sizable margin. It is 64 points to 9. Aspley's quarter here. Thank you, wherever you're watching from, at the Bond University QAFLW.
Okay, let's give them 60 minutes of skills, fitness, and fun. And let's not forget about connection. We're talking safe, inclusive, and modified rules, perfect for newcomers. Okay, super kick on 3.
1, 2, 3, super kick! Woo! Yeah!
Super fun, super safe, super inclusive. Super kick, tailor-made for 7 to 12-year-olds.
AFL 9s. It's footy for
Best mates looking to be teammates.
cardio fiends after a bit of competition.
Legends of the game. Looking at making a comeback.
It's footy for when your week's pretty cooked.
Or for fitting it in between classes.
It's footy!
It's footy.
It's footy.
It's footy for me.
It's not just an Australian sport. There's a lot of countries that come over and create a home here that can also join in and play the sport to the fullest potential.
All the advice that you get given, it's really inspiring.
Being part of a football team is more than just a game. It's like a family.
To find your more, visit play.afl/more to footy.
Football club is very, very important in this community. Without it, there's not much else to do in such a small town.
I do believe that there's so much more to sport than just winning.
If my story says anything, it's that you don't need the experience, having the passion and having the want to see the young girls excel.
It's also, to me, a chance to give back to the community.
To find your more, visit play.afl/more to footy.
One quarter remaining, but Aspley, with a sensational third quarter, has rendered the results, well, not meaningless, but it's pretty much beyond doubt now. Aspley 10-4-64, leading Moreton Bay 1-3-9, a 7-0 third term for the Aspley Hornets. My renowned spreadsheets are over in the backpack at the moment, but I think after the game I'm going to have a look at Aspley's highest scoring quarters, because that one would have to be up there. My name's Daniel Vales. With me is Amanda Whitehead. Whitey, I think you got what you asked for.
For you to put it in the spreadsheet, or...?
I vaguely have a memory of you saying that you wanted to see the Aspley team as a whole, but certainly the midfielders actually attacking the football and making some space. You got your wish in the third term, and not that Ella Smith was lacklustre in the first two quarters specifically, but she definitely got her mojo on in that third quarter. A lot came through her, but Eva Downey as well.
Absolutely, and all I ask from both sides is just get on your toes and get moving. Aspley took a bit to do that, but if they start to do that against the harder sides, the top of the ladder sides, they're going to struggle. They're going to find it really, really hard to push into the finals if they're going to play footy like that. They cannot start like that. And I know for a fact, and I said this to you before, Daniel, I know Luke would not have been happy with that first half. He would have been straight on to those girls and saying, this is not what we've practiced, this is not what we've been talking about. So it'll be interesting to see if they can keep it up in this quarter. Hopefully Moreton Bay can continue to keep putting that pressure on. And it'll be good to see. But they're definitely running already.
No matches in the Bond University QAFLW next Saturday, but after that Aspley play Broadbeach, and then the next two matches are against last year's two grand finalists, Morningside and then Southport. So how they use that Broadbeach game will, you dare say, have an effect on how confident they feel going into the games against the big guns. Moreton Bay showing a bit of spirit. Fox Chafer in there. Before that was Tamar Rue, who you could put up an argument to say that she's been Moreton Bay's best today. Certainly their most industrious.
Oh, I don't know.
You're allowed to disagree.
I always disagree with you.
No, you don't. Yeah. Whitey took me on the puns earlier today, and she's paying for it now. So Moreton Bay just moving forward. If anything, the wind is not a factor in today's game, but what wind there is actually blowing from right to left. So the fact that Aspley scored 7 goals to the right.
It is cold.
Indeed it is. As Downey was perfectly positioned. They've got an absolute corridor of players lined up. The Hornets inside 50, beautifully taken by Pulteney. She's decided she's too far out to score, but the numbers are streaming forward. Gets the kick over the player on the mark. Was looking for Corrigan, I fancy. Hits the deck, not fully cleared. Now it will be cleared. That's, I think, Benson coming out from the back. Davey out wide. Was taken by Wilson. Ducks inside. Finds McDonough. Had a player directly in front of her. Affected the kick. It's in front of the pocket. It'll just go through for a minor score, but it wasn't really a shot on goal in the first place.
Might just have a look around the grounds. Southport and Cooperoo finished up today at Southport beating them 48-16.
Southport have flicked a switch, and we saw that a few weeks ago when they beat Morningside. That was after a one-round break in the Bond University QAFLW.
And then we've obviously currently got games going, but I'm not going to tell you about those because we want you to stay here and stay tuned.
But during the week, those games are on YouTube as long as YouTube exists. So if you've got some spare time or a boring work meeting, then please stay on the official AFLQ YouTube channel, and you can see all the games in the TPIL Lawyers QAFL, as Aspley has a free kick about 60 from goal, and the Bond University QAFLW, Sealy.
All thanks to the Double Take.
Wonderful partners for the past, this is their 4th year with us. 5th year, rather. Moreton Bay with a run on. I think for a moment they forgot which end they were attacking.
I'm not sure what happened.
Spotted something, but Aspley on the attack. No goals yet in this 4th and final quarter. They do have the better of the running. Downey is tackling Rue. Now, you disagree with me before about Aspley's best today, but you didn't provide an alternate name, so as a result, I don't take you seriously yet.
Well,
McDonough
you can just wait.
McDonough trying to burst her way through, was tackled by Davey. Woolers in the ruck. Davey soccering and marked outside the 50, well taken by Sealy.
You know what? Sealy's played really good today too. Just been in good positioning. She seemed to have got her hands on the ball a fair bit.
Parker.
Oh!
Just across, carriage. Back to Lee. Lee with a little bit of time and space through the hands of Pulteney and dribbles out over the line. I completely agree with you about Sealy. It's like she's clear out what her role is in Luke Glacken's game plan, and just every time she's required to be in a spot to turn the ball back in. Yeah.
And that's what you want. As a coach, that's what you want. You want those kind of players to just be there and be reliable, that you know they're not going to, they're not going to let that ball go past them.
Downey was well smothered. Just trying to identify that. I think that was Brianna Kidd, or possibly Eva Steers, actually. Shot comes back in, misses to the right. Darkening here in Burpengary. The time is about 5:15, 17 past 5 local time.
I think it's going to be very chilly the next game.
Well, as long as you don't have any skin in the game. Turned over by Zielinski. Yeah, that's probably appropriate. Well attacked by Downey again. Downey inside 50. Well, Parker just dropped it at the last. And Brady was putting pressure on it, didn't chop the arms, genuinely went for the ball. But Aspley find themselves 40 metres from goal. Yet to strike in this 4th term after a 7-goal 3rd term. Gone wide, over the head of Middleton. In terms of QAFLW games played, is actually the most experienced player on the field.
Really?
She's in the mid-60s. I think today's number 67 for her. And plenty of experienced footballers out there. I mean, Jess Davey, for example, would have played a couple of hundred senior games, but a lot of those would be at QFAW level. But in terms of the Bond University QAFLW, Loz is the senior citizen out there.
can't wait till she messages you about calling her a senior citizen, Daniel.
Well played out from the back. That was from Roberts, the captain.
If no one knows, when we got here today, Daniel said, okay, I need to go down and make sure that I can say everyone's name. I was like, okay. Walked down there, we walked 2 meters and he got stopped. Walked again, got stopped. Walked again, got stopped. He's a popular person. He is the voice of the QAFLW. And everyone loves him. Wouldn't have it any other way, would we, Uncle Daniel?
Stallard, have called about 100 of her goals. Moving it inside. Ella Smith knocked over at the time, didn't stop her. Ella Smith is on the board. And the real stars of the Bond University QAFLW are standing up. That was very lovely, everything you said, and all I can say is that I am grateful to have been accepted by this competition. And why wouldn't I want to come here every Saturday, or every second Saturday this year, and see football like that?
This is what we live and breathe for, and this is something that I've obviously been around, like you said before, Daniel, a long time, and this is what I've always wanted to see. I wanted to see the comp get to this, and to get the experience in there and see the girls playing at such a high level. It's so exciting, and it's exciting when they get their step in and they start going, and that's exactly what Aspley's just done now, is that they've got their step in. They know where their eye needs to be for this game. They know they need to be moving, and they're capitalising.
I'm here for you, capitalising.
Yeah, thank you.
They're gaining from it.
Yeah.
Aspley again out of the middle, going up to left half forward. I want to build on that comment in a moment. Look at the pace from Parker. Challenger ends up winning her own ball, then ran into trouble, so she'll give away the free kick. Or, yes, she has given it one. For a moment I thought it was a ball up, but oh me of little faith. But here's the thing, I mean, in this game, you have quite rightly been critical of certain passages of this game, as that's marked very easily by Lizzie Hill at the back. Once upon a time, and certainly when you started in this competition, there's a beautiful kick in field to Turner, to Poultney. Poultney lets loose from 55. Stallard used her body superbly, played on. Stallard has 4. The players have a right to expect high-quality football from themselves and to be disappointed when they don't get it. Once upon a time, you were grateful for good football. Now, the competition's built to the point where we can actually be disappointed when teams turn out the kind of play which was standard 15 years ago.
Absolutely. And you're 100% right. And, these are the kind of matches, I'm not saying just this one, but the kind of matches that we get in the QAFLW is the ones that I could only have dreamed of. We wanted this level of footy, and we've wanted it for so long, and we're finally here. And it's great to see it unfolding.
The football that is being played now is built on top of a wall that contains bricks that you put there, Whitey.
Well, I put 1 or 2 then, mate.
That's a beautiful intercept mark. I think it's Kelly, just can't quite identify. Apologies for that. Moreton Bay inside 50. You would like to see them get another goal. Brady just not able to get boot to ball. Swept upon by Seeley. Cleared by Turner. And plucked out of the sky. It's getting dark here. That's my excuse, and I'll stick to it. Beautiful work again from Parker, who ran through to the middle. Goes underneath Lotes. That's beautifully picked up the other way and then gets a free kick. Just a bit of accidental contact around the bottom of the throat, let's say. But that was good work, and that's Kelly, so I can praise her now for some legitimate good play. And commentators' curse kicks in as she turns it over. Smith. Downey. Lee. Had an injury scare earlier in the game, Millie Lee. It appears to be nothing at the moment. Hopefully it stays that way. Part of the,
sorry, mate.
Not at all. Toowoomba Tigers contingent.
Not many people know, but I also look after the AFL Masters in Queensland, so...
Just pause you there as Millie Lee comes in for her shot. Lee is on the board.
Oh! That was a ripper kick. from the pocket too, and that pocket's quite dark. I don't know if you can kind of see it, Daniel, but that far pocket is actually it's probably the darkest pocket in this ground. So it's quite hard to kick a ball from a dark pocket into sort of a light goal.
Yeah.
But that was a ripper kick from that pocket, and it was straight.
There's a lot to like about Millie Lee. She looked good in a struggling Yeronga side a couple of years ago. I think she may have gone back to Toowoomba for a year, but she's back in the Bond University QAFLW now. And there are the raw ingredients there of a good state league player, and I hope she sticks around and gets as many opportunities as she warrants, because I think there's more there. Aspley clearing at will at the moment. It's been their second half. Ella Smith.
That was a bit of a pot shot, just hoping to find some space there.
Steers did well. Done a few good things today, Steers, particularly in the first half. Clearing kick wasn't such a clearance. But you can see Aspley's fitness. They're full of running. Turner broke a tackle. Not sure that was the percentage kick. Now, Middleton knew that was out on the full, but she was doing the team thing and trying to pretend that it wasn't. I think when she was at UQ, there was an award that she won and also over Seton, I think, before her, which is for combined sporting and academic performance. She is a smart cookie, Lauren Middleton.
Wow.
As Izzy McDonough hits it towards the hot spot with those long raking kicks. It's lost by Kelly, recovered by Kelly. Stallard over the top, was looking to link up with possibly Parker. Stallard! Way to the left. I forget the origin, but erstwhile QAFLW commentator, now VFL commentator, Chris Yind, I think when he was down in Victoria, came up with the concept when you go to the bottle shop, you have a 6-pack. For some reason with goals, they have 5-packs. So if you hear a lot of footy commentary in Queensland and you think, what on earth is a 5-pack? It's just a thing. But anyway, Stallard nearly had one.
I feel like it's not a thing. I feel like it's a European thing.
If you have a microphone, it becomes a thing. It's way too much power, I'm telling you. Moreton Bay trying to play out. It was not the most convincing kick in. Smith with the tackle. Play continues. Worked out by Mead. He's probably one of the harder running players today. We have another injury.
Who is that?
It's Page, Chantel Page.
Looks like she's just cramping a little bit there in the calf. Yep.
Yeah,
that's the cramp dance.
Yeah,
you get up and you go to move and then you go straight back down again.
And I'm not laughing because I'm being mean to Chantel Page. I'm laughing.
Oh, no.
I'm laughing because I've been there.
And I also guarantee you, Daniel, at 5:45 when I ran out in that field, it's going to happen to me as well.
Reserve grade afterwards. There will be commentary, but it won't be online.
It'll be live on Daniel's Instagram instead. Oh!
Were you watching the interchange gates there?
Yeah, she's just, yeah.
I think there are places
to definitely cramping.
Places to be pedantic and places not to be. As Marshall comes back onto the field, she had an excellent first half.
Bang.
Good mark taken by Zielinski, who I don't think she's playing forward. I think she just pushed forward. She's got a beautiful drop punt. Nearly beat everyone. The tackle is strong from Corrigan. Scored 2 goals in that third quarter onslaught. In fact, I think hers were more or less 2 in 2 minutes. Corrigan, the shot came in and hit the base of the upright.
Should bring back
or
the
what
is
is it?
AFLX rules where if it hits the post and goes back in, you can keep playing.
For non-Aussie rules fans, that is probably the rule that baffles them the most. It's like, why would you not just play on when that happens? Because it creates such excitement. And I'm not afraid. I know this is a controversial statement, but I liked AFLX. I thought it was good fun.
I went and watched it actually, and I didn't mind it.
I don't want it to become the dominant form of Aussie rules, but as a sideshow, I thought it absolutely understood the assignment. And it's a game that can be played in our rectangular stadiums, which is something that I think will help grow Aussie rules. So I don't want to see it take over, like I don't want it to become 2020 cricket. But I think as an adjunct to the main game, I think it's fun.
And I think that's why we have AFL 9s, obviously, as well, our non-contact version.
Similar, yeah. Which I probably should play at some point.
Yeah, you should.
Just so I build my credibility apart from anything else. So plenty of time to go. Probably 3 or 4 minutes. The 4 points are heading back to Graham Road. There's no question of that. But we can definitely start thinking about who the best players in this match have been. I think this might be the last round where the coaches' votes are made public, and you can check those every week by going to play.afl/Queensland. You'll also find round previews and reviews of this competition.
Look who's down there getting their ankles strapped up for the next game, Daniel.
Nash Williamson, as Ella Smith put the ball into the hot spot. It was well handled that time by the Moreton Bay defence. White kicked it inside. McDonough thought the ball was going to come to her. And they've worked it out through Davey. And then a good clearing kick from, I think, Quillian.
It's getting harder to see.
It is
darker.
I don't want to make excuses, but
no,
yeah,
it is.
This is not MCG quality lighting.
Yeah.
But you want to be where I am, trust me. Wilson, inside 50. Went to a pack. Maybe that's probably the only criticism of Aspley at the moment, is they are kicking the packs a lot. So they're either deliberately working on that strategy, or they're just getting a little bit uncreative.
Yeah, I think that's just tiredness starting to come in.
Yeah.
A bit of fatigue is starting to set in. They had a cracking third quarter where they just didn't stop. You wouldn't think they were fatigued at all. You wouldn't think that they'd played half a game. But it has got a lot cooler out there. Fatigue starting to set in. Lactic acid will start to set in as well, especially cooling down bodies. So yeah, I think it's exactly that, Daniel. They're just trying to get it in there while they still can.
Good work forward from Zielinski. Playing the 1-2. Zielinski's through. She doesn't get a chance to score often. Misses this time. An outstanding defender at this level for a few years with Cooperoo and now Aspley. And nearly on the board. Struggling to read my own stats. I think she scored once at this level. And that was not for Aspley, so nearly a maiden goal. But I think
Just Davies just coming off there. She doesn't look like she's...
Yeah. Sort of coming
off... like that's a cramp as well, I would say.
No, it is cool for people whose blood has thinned in the hot Queensland summers. Baldwin.
Oh.
And all the best to the Harvey Bay Bombers for the rest of the season as well. Thanks for giving us one of your legends for a week in the Bond University QAFLW. That was an attempt at a really quick handball from Ella Smith, and it would have made a great photo, but it didn't connect.
It wasn't because it didn't connect. It was because Izzy actually slipped over.
Yeah,
she went to step back and she slipped, and
I mean,
otherwise she would have had it.
I mean, didn't connect with a fist. I thought Smith had kind of came off the top of her hand a bit. Beg your pardon. Well,
there goes the big...
You can have your say after the siren, but for me, Eva Down has been best on ground today.
I don't think I can fight.
And I'd probably go Izzy McDonough just behind her. I think the best for Moreton Bay for mine has probably been Tamar Rue. Ella Smith again, who's been outstanding, particularly in the second half. Lovely mark by Pulteney. The 3-goal quarter and a 10-goal second half for the Hornets. Pulteney didn't necessarily look like she was going to have a shot.
Yeah, but what do you get to lose?
Oh, I think she should have had a shot, and even though she missed, it was the right decision. It just didn't look like she was going to do it.
I think you get to the end of the game. We've probably got, 2 minutes to go? Less than 2 minutes to go. 10 seconds to go. And it's, these girls, I think all of them will be very happy to hear the siren at the end of this.
So Moreton Bay play it out with time for a bounce. It's been a tough night for them, but Aspley were irrepressible tonight. They ran out strong winners, 13-9-87 to Moreton Bay 139.
I think that was a cracking game, Daniel. And, we spoke about how everyone was a bit lackluster, a little bit flat-footed towards the start of the game there, but to see them Aspley just come out in that, what we call the premiership quarter, the third quarter, the premiership quarter, and came out and showed why they're a contender for finals. But unfortunately, if they come and play like that in the finals, they are going to get beat. You can't play one quarter footy. It has to be 4 quarters.
completely agree. I'll go through the goal scorers and then you can just very quickly name who you thought the best players were tonight. So Jess Stallard, 4 goals for Aspley. There were doubles to Monique Corrigan, Pepper Pulteney, Summer Carriage, and then singles to Millie Lee, Ella Smith and Izzy McDonough. The lone goal scorer for Moreton Bay was Danielle Sankey. Whitey, your best on ground collection?
So I'd have to say number 5, Eva Downey from Aspley. She was an absolutely outstanding player today. She was on her toes, she was moving at all times, getting her hands on that football and really finding the open space where she could. So that was really impressive. Izzy, obviously we've spoken about Izzy a lot today. McDonough, and Izzy's just been a standout. She's as she has all season so far. She was an absolute standout. She got out there, and you know she was in front of the contest. She was moving around the contest, especially in that third quarter. She was
creative, wasn't she? She was creative.
Oh, it was unreal.
And a best for Moreton Bay?
Best for me for Moreton Bay, and I know this is not yours. Oh, we've got a score change. Imogen Foxchafer for me.
I particularly in the first half, I got no issue with that.
Yeah.
Now, I was reading off the scoreboard before, but the umpires have just come over to the scoreboard and given the correct score. It was actually 13-10, 88 for Aspley over Moreton Bay, 139. That's good umpiring and good work from the scorekeeper as well, who is multitasking, which as a man is something I don't know how to do. Whitey, thank you so much for your work tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure working with you.
As always, mate.
Next week is there are no matches in the Bond University QAFLW. The week after, it's a midday game, Southport versus Maroochydore at Fankhauser Reserve. That's on the 11th of July. And on the very same afternoon, you'll see the women's and men's games, Queensland Country versus the combined Sydney-Canberra side. But thank you for joining us here at Red Rooster Park for round 11 of the Bond University QAFLW. We'll see you in a couple of weeks' time, but it's a big win for Aspley here in Burpengary.